The new message to this end encourages us to consider 4 areas of our lives that are well worthy of work and attention. Okay, and it refers to these as the pillars of our lives. Okay, so our health is important, and there's need to know there. What do we need to do to shore up our health, to strengthen our health? Very important. The new message calls us to consider our work and providership in the world and what's needed there. Very important, a huge pillar unto itself. It also speaks of the pillar of spiritual development. And this is the land of mystery almost. And yet, delving further into the new message, my goodness, you will experience dimensions of this pillar that you never knew of, that are important for you to know of. The spiritual development, the landscape within you that goes beyond your own personal identity in this world. So it's a vast environment, and you are not alone there. You are not alone there. And then there's the all-important, very important pillar of relationships. The new message says, alone we can do nothing. And so that's a reconsideration of this pillar for us. And it's actually a very important pillar. All these pillars have the power to delay us, each and every one. They have the power to support us, to stabilize us, and even compel us. This relationships pillar is important, as they all are. And I would pass on, I think, a wisdom that I came to experience in dealing with this pillar. And that is acknowledging the need or the affinity with another, but then to come down to know what is the nature of that affinity or that need very clearly as soon as possible. And I discovered the necessity of this shortly before meeting Marshall and realizing my time is too important. I can only be with who I need to be with if I ever find those people in this life. And so that's it for me. Whether I find them or not, I may live a life, that actually is quite solo if needed. I have to concede that this is so. But otherwise, I need to know who I'm with and why I'm with them to the degree that's possible. So at the earliest convenience and opportunity, if I'm engaging with someone and I feel that there's some reason for us to be together at whatever level, I need to ask, what is it that you see? What is it that I see about what we're doing? What are we doing together? What do you see that we're doing together? And then what do I see that we're doing together? And so this is brought forward sooner or as soon as possible. So if there is a disparity in that, let it be known. So this is important. This is all, part of taking action, whether it's around relationships or whether it's around some next step, is to attempt to be as clear as we can, if we're able, with regard to that next step. So, and to that end, the new message encourages us to build the spiritual pillar, to build this work that we'll do that much of the world knows little of. And to that end, the new message provides us an incredibly powerful pathway of practice, which we will engage in here as we see fit, as we feel called. It's called Steps to Knowledge, the Book of Inner Knowing. It's at the core of the new message. And then there are the great practices of the new message: stillness, inner listening, seeing. What do you see? What do you foresee? What do you see in hindsight? What do you see now? And applying these spiritual practices to work in life. And that's a journey. And it's a privilege to hear from other students in the new message, to hear of their journey and how that is occurring for them. How are they bringing their spiritual practices forward? And in what way are these practices assisting them? So, there's great work to be done. The new message lays out guidelines for managing our mind, encouraging us to be more conscious around our decisions, the problems that we are able to acknowledge and identify about our life, how we reassess those problems, manage those problems, resolve those problems. So the new message provides a tremendous amount of practical wisdom. So it encourages us to build an approach that supports balance and moderation, obviously through the 4 pillars work that I just discussed, to preserve our resources, to refresh us, yes, so that we can go on.